Hey, love muffins, it's me, Keisha, and I am here with my all tea, all shade, Queen Charlotte, a Bridgerton story review. So, of course, I'm not going to review all 8 episodes, but I am going to tell you my thoughts on the show. Let's start off, however, with the original Bridgerton season 1. I have not watched season 1 all the way through. And my reasoning, just let me get it out. So when Bridgerton came out, I was so excited because to me it was like Gossip Girl, but in the 1800s or whatever, 1700s, whatever. I love that era. I love the clothes. I love all of it. But I just was not in the mood during that time to watch a black man be obsessed with a white woman. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. I just was just like, I don't want to watch that. No, I didn't. I've heard phenomenal things about season 1. But I have yet to sit down and watch it. Now, I watched season 2 because I really wanted to show support because they had an Indian woman who was the lead, who was absolutely stunningly gorgeous. I really enjoyed season 2. It was really good. And so when I saw that they were doing a prequel to show us Queen Charlotte's life, I was like, okay, sign me up. I'm into this black woman, black excellent, black girl magic. Okay. So the show came out last Friday and I was done watching all 8 episodes, I believe by like Monday or something like that. And I just have to say Shonda Rhimes did the damn thing with that. Like, she killed it. She killed it. It was like The Notebook, but in a historical, like, time period way. Oh my God, it was just so good. Former George. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. So India Rhea Amartafio, I hope I'm saying her name. She is the actress that played young Queen Charlotte. Absolute stunning. She did a wonderful job embodying her. I feel like one of the things that they really got right with this was the casting. I feel like they did a phenomenal job casting young Charlotte because the actress looks like she really could be the younger version of the actress that plays her in her older years, as well as the same thing for young Lady Danbury with the actress Arsema. I hope I'm saying her name correctly, Thomas. She looks like she could be a younger version of Lady Danbury. Great casting indeed. The actor who plays young King George, Corey Milchrist, I hope I'm saying that right. He's so fine. He's so fine. That white man is gorgeous, honey. But I was so turned off when I saw some behind the scenes video footage of him smoking cigarettes. And I was like, who still smokes cigarettes? Like, you too fine for all that, white man. Okay. But the cast was casted exceptionally. I love the storyline of it all, the acting, the costumes, the setting, the cinematography, the action sequences. Like, everything was just done so well. I loved young Charlotte's spirit. She was a go-getter. She did not bite her tongue. She was feisty. She was straight to the point. She was funny. Loved it. And I love the fact that they addressed race in this show, because I was like, so is this just one of them shows where everybody, like a Disney movie, how it was like with Cinderella with Brandy, where everybody was just with everybody, like it was Brandy, and Brandy have a Chinese brother and a white mama. It was just like, is that what we doing on this show? I was like, so we not gonna address race? When I watched season 2, but I really love that they addressed that in this show to show us that Queen Charlotte, had to walk so the other kids can run, you know what I'm saying? And she helped with the race barriers and all that. And it was mighty funny. There was never a conversation that she and George ever had. Ever. The actress Michelle Fairley, I mean, We all know her from Game of Thrones, Gangs of London. I mean, she is a phenomenal actress. She did the damn thing. Let me tell you something. Young lady Danbury, girl, I bow down to thee. Anybody that had to sleep with Lord Danbury, that they made that man look so ugly that it made my skin crawl and my stomach hurt. Like, it was hard for me to even stomach watching that man, especially when they was doing the Oochie Coochie Hollabaloochie. Like, the prosthetics that they put on that man and that Frederick Douglass hair, ooh, and them teeth. Oh my God. He was disgusting. But this is the real actor, you guys. Like, he looks nothing like what they had on the show. Like, they made him look so ugly. Oh my God. But I got to give it to my girl, Lady Danbury. Like, she stuck through. And a part of her did care for him, even though he repulsed her. A part of her cared for him because she knew that, you know, even though he had his social standing, he wasn't going to be accepted because of the color of his skin. And, you know, she had to make shit shake and, you know, solidify, you know, themselves in society. So I got to give it up to her. But she wasn't bothered with them kids, though. She was never bothered with her kids. She had them kids and was like, child, y'all can go ahead. And I was shocked to find out that Charlotte was the same way kind of with her own kids, but she had 15 of them. So it was just like, I mean, there's only but so much she could do. Jesus Christ. But the chemistry between India and Corey was just palpable. Their sex scenes was everything. Baby, when he bent her over at that table with the staff standing there, I said, oh, we doing this? Are we doing this? Oh, okay. Crazy or not. Baby, he was ready to take her down anytime, any place, anywhere on some Janet Jackson type time. And then that tub scene, he was like, just get in. I was like, okay. You ain't gotta tell me twice, Mr. Man. Child, yes. Now we all know that their story was loosely based on true events. There was a real Queen Charlotte and King George and all of that stuff. It's rumored that, you know, the real Queen Charlotte might have been of mixed race. Some people believe it, other people's don't. But it is also true that King George did suffer from what they now think back then was probably considered either bipolar, anxiety, maybe even a little bit of schizophrenia. I don't know. They never really clarified what his issues were on the show. But I loved how we now understand why Queen Charlotte still dresses the way that she did when she was younger, because, you know, everybody else is in the current styles and fashions on the show, but she still is dressed, you know, how she did when she was 17. And it's because she wants him to remember her as she was, because, you know, he forgets her. So she wants to make sure that she's recognizable to him whenever she sees him. And I'm like, I get it, girl. I get it. I was also shocked to see that they were still living apart, though. Because I was like, when they start back living apart, like, why he ain't there with her? Just because, you know, he have his little spells and stuff, that don't mean that he can't be in the house with her. That was weird to me that they, at the end, you know, in their older years, that they separated again. Like, that was weird to me. I ain't understand it. Maybe because she be having people over to the house and she don't want him to like walk out and see people to see him in that state or something like that, I guess. I wish they would have had more kids that had a little bit more melanin in them, but it was cool. I only saw like maybe 3 of them that had a little melanin in their skin. All the rest of them looked like they were just white. I mean, I understood that Charlotte was light skinned, you know what I'm saying? But with that hair, honey, oh baby, the wedding and her fro, I was like, you better work, because his mama, Augusta, gonna sit up there and try to have her looking like a school marm and put her in a dress that she had on. And she was like, I got my dress from Paris, honey, with the finest of silks, darling. She slayed that wedding look with her throw and her crown. I was like, you better do it. You better do, ooh, 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 Wit. Yes, ma'am. And when she went, spoiler alert if y'all haven't seen it, but when she finally went to go save the king, honey, I was like, about time somebody went over there and helped that man doing all that damn screaming. And I was like, Reynolds, why didn't you just ever tell her what was going on and help him? I was like, I understand, you were the keeper of his secrets and everything, but it was obvious they was torturing him. Like, why didn't he ever speak up and say what it was? That pissed me off. But baby, the scene when Brimsby was dancing by himself years later, I was like, where's Reynolds? Is he dead, child? That was his boo thing. Cause baby, they was knocking each other down whenever they could, honey. They was in the closet, child, in the grass, anywhere that they could be, they was knocking each other down, honey. I also wish that they would have gave Lady Danbury a better looking boo thing than Lord Ledger, because I was like, he got cowlick. Like, she already was over there dealing with ugly Lord Danbury. Then y'all give her this old mediocre looking white man. Like, y'all just gonna keep on giving her these ugly ass men like she ain't a baddie. Like, But it was shocking to me to find out that Lord Ledger was Lady Violet's daddy, and she had been taking her daddy down, and now she cool with her. Woo. I was like, oh, okay, all right, I see what's happening here. Okay. It was Farmer George for me. Farmer George, baby, yeah, Farmer George could get it how he wanted it. I really love the friendship between Charlotte and Lady Danbury. I really love that. I love the budding friendship that we got to see form between Lady Danbury and Lady Violet. This with the prequel. It's supposed to just be one season of this show, limited series. There's not going to be another season. But Shonda Rhimes has said and that she would love to do a story on Lady Violet. So I think that that's something that we might get. So I think I am going to go on ahead now and sit down and watch season 1 or whatever. But for me right now, this by far is the best out of this whole world. Everybody showed up and showed out. But baby, let me tell y'all, that last episode had me bawling in tears. I was a mess. And that's why I compared it to The Notebook, because you know how The Notebook ends. And when she was like, Farmer George, come hide under the bed, or come hide from the heavens with me. And he was like, oh, okay. And he remembered her, and they got in the bed like they did when they was younger. And he was like, you didn't go over the wall. And she was like, no, George, I didn't. And I was like, it was just too much. Baby, I was a wreck. But every time he was mean to her and telling her, get out, Charlotte. And I was like, stop talking to her like this. She with child. Ugh. Stop being mean to her. But I love the episode where we got to see things from his perspective, because we thinking the whole time while she's sitting over there depressed and miserable and lonely that he just over there living his best life. But really, he was over there, trying to get himself together because he was so scared to be around her because he didn't want to hurt her. And he was ashamed, you know what I'm saying? Because he didn't know what the fuck was wrong with him. And then that weird-ass doctor taking advantage of him and beating on him and stuff. He needed his ass kicked. Charlotte should have had him jumped by the guards, because who not my husband, not mine, honey. But baby, when Charlotte did get over there and was handling business, she was like, if I see you again, I will make sure to have you beheaded. It take a black woman to come over there and get stuff together, okay? Overall, like I said, it was just a magnificent 8 episodes. I'm going to watch it again. It was just so good. It was so good. So many wonderful moments. It was funny. The fashion was on point. I loved all of Queen Charlotte's hairstyles, even the ones when she was older. Like, she just slayed the house down, boots galore. I can't wait to see who's gonna be the focus in season 3. I think it's supposed to be the little chubby girl, right? But they gonna have to find somebody fine, honey, because between Corey and the black guy from season 1 and then the dude from season 2, they gonna have to come with it with the guy. Okay, they gonna have to come with it. He gotta be fine. All right, y'all. Let me know what y'all thought about Queen Charlotte if you have watched it. Let's talk down below. What was your favorite part? What part made you cry? And if you have not watched it, I'm telling you guys to watch it. It's so good. So good. Make sure you guys thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.